to open it all completely up because you don't want your mesh to be stacked. You know, 4 times is on these. Stand them up, switch them out, fan them out. Let's call them fanning. Sometimes I fan mine and sometimes I don't. It depends on, you know, what I feel when I'm making a wreath, because every wreath is different. All wreaths are not the same, you know. So, I mean, you know, it's just like when you're doing a recipe. Someone might give you the recipe, but you're going to make it your own. So, you're going to do it your way, and you're going to say, well, you know what? I think it'll be better if I do it this way. And it works out better. Open up completely again. And you just fan it out for right now. And it's not gonna go anywhere. Open it up. So, did you guys cook anything good today? It's Sunday. And time when I think the ribbon is not all the way even, I can pull it and go from there. So, last one on the top. And open it up. Again, guys, this is my first tutorial doing it with all this here. So if it's not, don't judge me too bad, because I'm learning at the same time how to do it on film, because I know people would want to know how I do them, because I had several people have contacted me and wanted to know what I do, a how-to video. Will I teach them? I will be more than happy to teach you what I know. And if you have any questions or anything, just let me know. Now we're gonna start at the bottom. Get this one that I had started with, remember? And I Open up again all the way. 4 times to keep it in place. Open your ribbons up. And normally you want your ribbon to be like with this here, with the ruffle technique, you want it to be a little bit longer. That way the ribbon will stick out. This is why I had them cut at a different end, because I did 12 poofs, 12-inch poofs at the bottom, 10 at the top. Reason being because of the sign. So that means you will have a total of 18 ribbon cut, ribbon strips. You will have a total of 18 ribbon strips. So that'd be you doing 4, because you're going to put 2 and 2. So, and you go from there. So it'll be a 4, I'll be at 4, and we're going to open up. If my mat served me correct, I think I have enough strips cut, you know. I'm going to bring it down evenly. I'm in my craft room, guys, where all the creativity begins. This is my craft room. It's a room. It's in my home. I do all my crafting and shipping, everything out of my home, where I get it prepared to ship. I actually take it to whatever vendor that I'm using to ship. I take it to them. But majority of the time I ship through FedEx. And you guys probably saying the mesh is still see-through, but trust me, it'll all be good. Because after we put in all the fillers and everything that is needed, it's going to work out fine. So, again, if you guys wish for me to start at the beginning, please let me know. Because in essence of time, I pre-prepped everything with the ribbon strips, the putting the mesh on, you know, in essence of time, the time saving, because I don't want the video to be extremely long. But when you making a wreath, it's gonna be long. Did y'all see that I did this again? I must want to do purple all the way around. Even though purple is my favorite color, I cannot put it all the way in all the time, because I'm supposed to be doing this one. And that happens. You get the busy, and I'm talking to make sure you guys won't think that I have forgot about you. So I just start grabbing ribbon, and then I'm grabbing the wrong one to go with whatever one, but at least I catch it. And that happens, guys. No one is perfect. You know, I started this back in 2014. I started making wreaths, and how a lot of people ask me, how did you get started doing this? Did you always was a crafter? I always was. Literally, I was, but when you're working and a wife and a mother, you tend to not really have all that time. to devote to your love. And my love is crafting. And in 2014, my husband was diagnosed with cancer. And with that was a shocker, because cancer is just not does not just affect the patient, it affects the entire family as well. And that was such a boom, a shock to me, because he's such a healthy person. But those are the ones that typically get cancer, seems like, and he's such a good person. But to make a long story short, I asked the Lord. I said, Lord, I'm gonna need you to help me get through this. I will not be able to get through it on my own. And if anyone knows me, I truly believe in the Lord, and I thank Him. And he suggested that I get back into my crafting, and that's what I did. I got right back into it, and I started making wreaths, and one wreath here and one wreath there. Now, granted, when I first started, I just didn't niche it right then, to be honest. It was things I had to tweak, things I had to learn. I'll cut this one, I didn't cut this in. I had to learn, because it's all learning. Everything is just not going to be right, and I still have my first one, and it was awful, I tell you. But I kept it to remind me to how far I have become. I have become from doing my reefing. And this here, sometimes that happens, you're going to match up. You're going to have one that come be right there on top of each other. And that used to bug me, and I tried to figure out a way how to do it. Excuse me. And then I just said, well, you know what? It's going to happen. So let me not stress myself out with that. What I'll do is turn that like that. And back to what I was saying. But God is so good. He's cancer free, and I thank God for that. And I pray every day that he stay cancer free, because that beast will come back. It lies in dormant, and then when you look, that joker is back. And sometimes it comes with a vengeance, but I'm not going to think on that line. I think that way because I'm in healthcare. A lot of you, I'm a surgical tech by day and a crafter at night. So I work in a hospital. So actually I'm on call today as I'm doing this. And I was saying, well, Lord, I want to do a tutorial. I say, but I'm on call. I say, and I hope they don't call me while I'm doing it. That means I would have to stop and start over. But I'm just thanking him for this, and all that I do. And I started with reefing. Then after that, I started embroidering, and then I started doing vinyl. Well, I started reefing, then the vinyl projects, doing the shirt. As you can see, I made this one, a Reese by Veronica. Also have this here on the embroidery and vinyl designs. So I started doing that, and then after that, I started doing some embroidery because someone asked me about it, and I didn't have an embroidery machine. And granted, I didn't know nothing about embroidery, trust me. But I knew one thing. I am a quick stutterer and a learner. And I have started embroidering and getting better. You know, when you're doing crafting, you have to love your crafting, and you have to practice your craft. And when I say that, I have taken classes on reefing, and I'm still taking classes on that because it's still a lot to learn. And embroidery as well, and vinyl. So just learning tips and trade here, and a lot of people ask me, well, how did you get you just learn. I learned it on my own. It was self-taught at the beginning. Then after I did enough where I just self-taught myself, I knew I wanted to go out and learn more. So that means I had to do webinars, because there's a lot of times I can't just go, but you can do webinars on the TV. I mean on the computer. So that's what I started doing webinars. And they have a first time wreath convention. I won't be able to make it. I wish I could, but the way I was scheduled is at the hospital. You have to give notice ahead of time and to put your vacation in. So I wasn't able to do that, but that's okay. What I did was I said, well, I get it the next time. That's not a problem. I will be there next time. Hopefully if the laws stay the same. But that's what I've been doing. Remember, take it all the way down. Do 4 times. So I'm recording this video. This is not a live one. Well, I will be doing some live ones soon, all the way, but this is recording. So if this don't come out right, no one would see this video. But if you looking at it, that means it came out right, the way I anticipated. So a lot of times you do things and you be like, well, I'm gonna go with this, I'm gonna go with that. Got one left. I wanted to show you guys. Remember, cut on the edge. And if I'm drifting out, please, I am so sorry. Because when I get into this crafting mode, I am strictly focused. So open up completely. 2, 3, and 4. And turn it in. I'll just turn it in. You can get a pencil of some sort to roll it in like this. To curl it in, rather. Not roll it. Wrong choice of words. That happens sometimes when you're recording. You just say the wrong word and people be critiquing you so bad, and you know, it's not that easy sometimes to get on here and just do a video. But for one, you're hoping that everything turn out right. But with this, I'm recording so I can do editing or whatever else. But when you're doing a Facebook Live, it tends to not do right. But I'm just going to double check to make sure that I got this purple. Okay. Now we got all the ribbon in, and I'm going to put it on the easel so you can see it. Move the camera up a little bit. As you can see, this is one of my wreaths that I have on my Etsy shop. So if you're interested in this lemonade wreath, you can purchase it. Okay, so I'm going to take this one down. And I'm just adjusting the camera. Great. So I'm going to move this one off and put it over here. And bring our new, let me pick this up, a flower fair. and put it up here. As you can see, it's beautiful. And I'm just looking to see which side would be better for the sign. I'm just curling these in. And just sticking these up, bringing it out. Now this dotted one is a little like satin. So when satin is, it's still wired, but it's not as thick as I wanted, but I wanted to put the polka dot in. So let me just turn it here, guys. Let me get a good view to see what side will be better. It looks pretty good. It's even tone. Looks even here, right here, but I could fix that with some flowers. So what we're gonna do now, our next step is to put the sign in. Okay, since I got it wired, I choose to do wired. I think I'm gonna slant it. I'm into slanting lately. I don't know why. So the sign is usually kind of difficult to put in. I don't know why. It challenges me for some reason, but you like that? I like that. I think I like that. Okay. I don't have it cinched down all the way, so bring it up. I think I need to bring it up some, right? See what I tell you about these signs? What it'll do? Let's see. Now I'm just on this side. Okay, that looks good. Doing it, just maneuvering the ribbon in here. Now you see why I had the ribbon a little bit shorter, so it won't cover up the welcome. And this, if your ribbon is still too long, you can always cut it, but I'm not gonna cut it right now. I'm just gonna get things going. I like to do that so you guys can see how that. And when you bring your ribbon out like that, what I heard from the pros, it makes your wreath rounder. Makes it look rounder more. So, what do you think, guys? Look okay? Probably got to trim these down a little, and I will. Don't worry, don't get nervous on me yet. Just, I don't like the trim ribbon. I'd rather have it too long to start and then just work it as it goes. Just fluffing the ribbons out. This is where this bad boy, I was wondering where it was. See why I was telling you sometimes you cannot have it in a crossbar because sometimes it does that. It's alright. Probably just trim that one up. But okay, we done with that. Now we're going to start with placing of the flowers. So what I would do is wire cutters. This is where your wire cutters come in handy. You cut. I'm going to need the big boys for this because this stem is... So I would cut it by right there. That's about... I'll say 3 inches on that. And so what I normally do is just place like that. I'm going to cut my glue gun on. Also, you will need a glue gun to glue things in. That way my glue can start getting hot. So, excuse me. I don't typically glue now. This is why I was telling you about just curling this in like this. Cause see right here, closer. As you can see right here, it's a hole right there. You can just stick it in like that and glue it in and it'll stay in. So I was thinking about putting one there. Probably would cut this down some more. Just a tad bit. I do not glue in. I learned that the hard way as well. Gluing in and I'm not satisfied. And I go back and stand back and look at it and I'm like, ugh, why did I glue it in? So these are, what I'm going to do is just wire this down since it's this wire I had earlier. Didn't know I was going to use it. I was just showing y'all about the wire, but I put it in on the wreath. So this is what can wire it in like that. And where it stays. Or I could have used my pick machine, but this is fine right here. And I got 1, 2, 3 here. 3. And then, okay, what else? I also have these. Let me stick right. It's okay. Like that. I'll save those for last. What? So with this one being like this, I would do it like this and just turn it inside out of it. Okay. Y'all get to see me work my magic live. Well, not actually live. I keep saying live like I'm doing it live and I'm not. So I'm just going to put a little glue on here so it'll stay in. Even though I wired this down, I'm going to put this glue in here like this. And I'm going to let that set. And I'm going to get put some more on there. So it's not that hot, but I put some more on there once it start getting hot. So okay. So let's pick out the yellow. I'm kind of drawing towards these here because the texture would be totally different. So I can incorporate those two because see, these two kind of blend in together. And what I'm going to do is take the green off. I don't want that. And these here be great too, because these going to be like little fillers, because it's the hot pink and the yellow. That way I can have them coming out. That'll be at the end. Not at the end, but purple. Let me put some yellows in. Put a couple of yellows. That way I'm thinking I'm going to like this. I'm not for sure. So, that's cute. I think I might just put those 3 purples in. And if I decide to do extra, I will move these out the way from the glue gun. But let me cut my fillers up. What I want to call these fillers to fill in the blanks. So I'm going to take the green off. I don't need it.